Israel is unfortunately the most dangerous place.
Yes.
Because you are oppressing a whole nation, and you created enemies from all the people around there. And it says in the Torah simply, why are you rebelling against me? It will not be successful. By creating the state, it's a rebellion against God. It's against the Torah for Jews to create a Jewish sovereignty. It's against the Torah to kill and steal. So you're incurring, God forbid, God's wrath. It is a terrible danger for Jews.
We group us up like ants in a colony. Organize the wealth into a socialist economy. A way of life based off the common needs. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the seed. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the seed. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the seed.
So, hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Pat from Subversive History. We're here in Chicago on Thursday, the night of Kamala Harris's nomination speech. We're here at the protest situation, and we have these authentic rabbis here protesting for Palestine and against the state of Israel. We just want to speak to them a little bit. You know, what is the purpose? What motivates you to be out here and do this type of demonstration?
With the help of the Almighty, we are here because, unfortunately, the world believes that there is a conflict of religion between Islam and Judaism and the Jewish people and the Islamic people, and that is the point. The reason why there's a bloodshed in Palestine, in Israel, in Gaza, and so forth, and that the reason why Israel is supported by the United States and by other Western countries to bomb and kill the people in Gaza is because people think that there's an issue of anti-Semitism, that the Palestinians hate the Jews. We are Jews who are practicing our religion. We are representing our communities, whether we have in Jerusalem, and I'm coming from New York, with the largest concentration of religious Jews. We aren't totally in opposition to this creation of the state of Israel. It's not our Jewish religion. Our Jewish religion is a 3,000-year-old religion to be subservient to God, to uphold the laws of the Torah. This concept of occupying, of creating a state, is an ideology of 100-odd years, 140 years, called Zionism, which eventually developed into the state of Israel. That is not our religion. We're not permitted as Jews to take away a land from another people, to kill or steal. We're not even allowed to have a Jewish sovereignty since the destruction of the temple. So this is all in contradiction to the Jewish religion and the very religious communities that are still existing in Jerusalem, that are living in the United States, in New York, and in Canada, in England, in London. The very religious communities are invariably, we will find them. They're anti the existence of the state of Israel. We are anti the occupation. We are crying and hurting with the people of Gaza. And we carry around pictures. We show how the rabbis who are demonstrating, they're being brutally beaten in Palestine, in Jerusalem, in the streets, and it's beyond belief that the army does this to the Jews, and we're never militant. They're simply standing there and saying that our name has been hijacked, and you look. They spray them with chemicals that destroy their clothes. That's called stink water. You can see it's beyond belief what they're doing, and the rabbis. In large numbers, you're talking about tens of thousands of Jews in Jerusalem, tens of thousands of Jews in the United States who go up to when Netanyahu came to the White House. And the rabbis pleaded right at the beginning in 1947, the chief rabbi of the Jewish community, his name was Rabbi Dushinsky, said to the United Nations, "We furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine." That's not our religion. That's nationalism created by who? By people who are non-religious. Theodor Herzl is standing there. I mean, a picture of him on the wall. Here's Ben Gurion reading the Declaration of Independence, and you don't see a person with a beard covering their head. That's required because why? Because it's a base nationalism. It's simply masquerading in a religion, and in that manner perpetrating a mass murder of people, exacerbating anti-Semitism. People hate the Jews because of what they conflate Judaism with Zionism. the Zionists accuse everybody of being anti-Semitic if you oppose them, that they're making cheap the word anti-Semitism. My grandparents were killed in Auschwitz. My father escaped. The majority of all our families were survivors of the Holocaust. And so that was anti-Semitism. When you come and you kill people and you take their homes and you cry anti-Semitism, you make it valueless. So every facet, this is a terrible crime. And the vilification of the people of Palestine, that you dehumanize them and to a degree that you can bomb them with impunity, that is also criminal, because these were the people who embraced Jews. The people of the Arab and Muslim countries took the Jews in, and we flourished amongst them for these hundreds of years. How dare the Zionists, in order to reach their goal of occupation, they should vilify and dehumanize the people of Palestine? We're here to plead with the political leaders, with the Kamala, with everyone. Please, God give you a lofty position. Use it. Don't abuse it. Save the people of Gaza. End the mass murder. End the genocide.
Do you believe that people of Islam and people of Judaism can live in the land of Palestine if the occupation were to end? Do you think that they can live together comfortably with one another, with harmony, if we end the occupation?
Listen, look at history. Our history is that we coexisted prior to Zionism in every Arab and Muslim country. Certainly we can. God will help. It will happen soon in our days.
Do you believe that Israel is the safest place on this planet for people that are Jewish?
Israel is unfortunately the most dangerous place.
Yes.
Because you are oppressing a whole nation, and you created enemies from all the people around there. And it says in the Torah simply, why are you rebelling against me? It will not be successful. By creating the state, it's a rebellion against God. It's against the Torah for Jews to create a Jewish sovereignty. It's against the Torah to kill and steal. So you're incurring, God forbid, God's wrath. It is a terrible danger for Jews. Well, who's talking about the exacerbation of anti-Semitism? It's all wrong.
Is it true that anti-Semitism has always been a more present and dangerous issue in Europe than it has been in the Middle East historically?
It definitely was a big issue in Europe, and through the history, the Jews for the last hundreds of years, the Jews were able to live in relative, peace. I mean, it's perfect when you have different people living there, but we always lived in the same courtyards. We babysat each other's children. So I could just say that we always lived together, and in the Middle Eastern countries, in Europe we went through many trials and tribulations, and ironically it was the Arab and Muslim people who took us in, and we want God, with God's help, it should happen speedily and peacefully, a total removal of the impediment to peace, the occupation, the Zionist state of Israel. Like apartheid was wrong, this is also wrong. I have to go, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being out here. We appreciate your time and your presence.
So don't run around here trying to make friends with somebody who's depriving you of your rights. They're not your friends. No, they're your enemies. And treat them like that and fight them, and you'll get your freedom. My repertoire is USSR. Be a low style, got thrown out the car. Rise with subversive plots. They'll call you an extremist or subversive or red radical. Rise with subversive plots. Red radical, and fight them. Capitalism and democracy are not synonymous. We do this up like ants in a colony. Organize the wealth into a socialist economy. A way of life based off the common needs. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene. And all my comrades is ready, we can spread the scene. And all my